In this episode of Roadworthy Rescues, I bought a Model A Ford. Some assembly required. Great. I'm in Detroit, Michigan, standing in front of what was originally Hetch Motor Sales. It was not only the first Ford dealership in Detroit, but all of Michigan. Today it's called MC3, where folks can store and wrench on their projects. And speaking of projects, in the very far back lot sits our newest one. Let's go find it. This is really cool. This dealership opened in 1922. This is the original showroom. Obviously, 100 years now this building's been here, and this is a very fine example of the vehicles you would find in the showroom back in the day. This is a 1911 Model T, the vehicle that changed the world, essentially. They've actually located a cheat sheet here I'm holding where salesmen could go through and give you a price on a new automobile, and something similar to this back then, $327.60 out the door. Let's wander through the service center, see if we can find the back lot. It's beautiful. So here's our newest project, tucked back here in the corner. It's a 1928 Ford Model A. Well, we think it's a 28. It's been Frankenstein. There's 29 parts and all sorts of stuff on here. We're told this hasn't run since 1958, 60 plus some years. And it's a little rough. So right away we can see that these are 29 headlights and clearly not the right fenders. This sport coupe would have had the spare on the rear of the vehicle. This has a provision on both sides, so it's a pretty weird setup on this thing. Here's your temp gauge. You just watch that guy there, which you don't really need to. They're hot. It's gonna get hot, that's fine. It's got some pretty good rubber on the thing. Well, that's also worth mentioning. These are not the right wheels. These would be like from a 30, kind of a weird color too. Here's where you throw the kids, I guess. Oh, it looks fine. These are covers to the spares. Then we'll polish up. Nope, they're pretty much junk. Let's just pretend we didn't see that, basically. So this is another kind of quirky feature here. The Landau irons on this. Kind of something on the coupe. The sport coupe here was $100 more, and it was sporty because it was light. Didn't have all the iron and stuff in here. Cabriolet would have folded down. The deluxe coupe, the standard coupe, all the other coupes had a window. Let's see if we can get in this thing. Yeah. Immediately regret this decision. Well, the door cards are covered in bathroom floor mats. Extra fuzzy, that's great. Seat is a little worn, you know. Smells like a garbage disposal full of rusty watches. It's very, very unique. We've got an aftermarket oil pressure gauge thing. Still got the pop-out ignition, which is, well, it's not popping. This here is pretty cool. That's choke if you pull it, but you can actually dial in your air-fuel mixture just by turning that knob. 48 pedals in here, looks like some sort of Boeing aircraft. This is pretty cool. We've got service tags on here. 1959. What's mileage in this one? Yeah, the tag here says the mileage is 16,399 when it was serviced, and there's 16,520 on the clock. That's incredible. That's 60 some years this car's been off the road. See what we got under here. There it is. Little 4-cylinder flathead. Now, someone's been in here and tinkering around I think that was the previous owner. It looks like he got into it trying to do a restoration and it kind of just stopped. And that's when we got our hands on it, but it looks complete. Not an original head. Charging whirler stuff is on there. Lightning whirler stuff is in here. It's got the original Widowmaker on here. Those don't cool so much, but they do fly off. So that's neat. So here's what a guy's thinking, which I know that's scary in itself, but I want to get this thing running and driving safely. So brakes, steers, hopefully doesn't overheat. We got to take care of this top. Obviously, we're not going to be doing a restoration. We're just going to make it better, protect the inside from rotting, hopefully, and maybe keep the hair from blowing around a little bit. You know what I mean? Maybe spiff the paint up a little bit. Then obviously the interior, well, it needs help. Get rid of the bathroom rug door covers. Might have to cut some new floors in, which, well, that's wood. That's not going to be so bad. And if all goes well, since we're in Detroit, I want to take this Model A and go cruise around and see some historic Ford buildings and all the history here in town. Well, I hope. Well, we're going to be doing a lot of wrenching under this hood, so I think what I'm actually going to do is just go ahead and delete on it for now. Hood off. I guess it's time to dig into the ignition here. This is way before lightning hoses. Just a little strip of metal here. Guy could use some barbed wire if he's in a pinch or whatever you need, as long as it conducts electricity. It looks like we're going to need a coil wire. Oh, the good news is that's been full of water. Points are severely corroded. The timing and throttle controls are actually on the column, and each click you can add timing, pulling hills, stuff like that. Otherwise, fuel efficiency, performance, you can throw some timing in the thing and scoot around a little bit. I think I'm going to pull the sparkulators out. That was brand new. It's like straight 30 weight. Does have quite a bit of viscosity though, so I think we're safe to run it for at least a couple minutes. So I'm just gonna take off this aftermarket heater here. Dig it into the ignition system here. I'm gonna go ahead and just replace everything. Distributor cap, rotor, all the connections, the wire, even the switch. We're gonna go ahead and put a new key in this thing. It's just one of those things we gotta get done. Yeah, it smells like vinegar. That's kind of nice. Wonder what Reba McEntire's doing. Tour, hopefully. Wonder if I could just bend this. So it's time to actually time the engine here. We need to get this on top dead center before we go any farther. And the Ford here has a really neat feature. It's a built-in timing pin, this little guy right here. And this is a spare gear I brought with just in case. You can see this little dimple or depression here, I guess it would be. As the engine rotates around, the pin's gonna fall into that, and that's gonna signal that we're at top dead center. And then we just pull this out, pop it back in again. Really simple. So we're gonna need fuel, obviously. Dennis, the guy around here that works on the T's and some of the other cars, says, I got something for you. Nice little jug here. NHRA clamps. We definitely need clean fuel though, and this is gonna do it for now. Still not, it's not looking there yet. I just wanna hear this run, then we'll go through that nightmare. So before we jam some Firemaker down into the fuel, make it happen here, I'm gonna go ahead, snag it off, crack it open, and just make sure that, well, fuel can happen. And it is in fact rebuilt. A little bit of juice in there, that's doing the thing. Gaskets in great condition, all new hardware. So I'll put this back together and get it on. Neutralis. Nothing. So this starter solenoid, which by the way is not the original solenoid, has failed. No go. The good news is I know how to jumpstart this. So let's go right to gone in 60 seconds mode. I'm suspecting no spark. No, that is sparking. Well, We just got to try to find the right combination of fuel, throttle, and choke here. And it's going to take a little bit of, you know, I don't know, guessing. Pouring fuel. It's getting fuel. No doubt about that. Give it a little bit of nitrous oxide. Terrible. Don't ever do that to your car, please. It's got throttle. Gav is open. Choke. It's smoking more out of the carburetor than it is is the exhaust plugged? Oh yeah, rust just poured out of that thing. Look at all this that came out of just the inlet of that muffler. Oh wow. Huh. This hopefully should be it. More throttle. I gotta get this combination right. Oh, I don't think there's any compression left in this thing. I think that might be the starter smoking. Near, far, wherever you are. Fade to black, commercial scene. So we're out here in Detroit working on this Model A, and this thing is really fighting us. 64 years sitting, it's just not wanting to go right now. Working down the list here, we've got sparkles, we've got fuel. The last thing is compression. So I'm gonna go ahead and run a compression test on this and just see where we're at and potentially put some oil in there. Who knows, there may not be enough, you know, to make combustion. 32 pounds of compression. That's not good. Number 2 is dead. Completely. Number 3, 32 and a half. Number 4, one pound? No, that's 0. So that's fine. It'll probably come back around again. No. Nope, not at all. Okay. All right. We got oil. Wow. Well, that one's stuck. It's not coming down. Oh, right in the center of the kneecap. That's my favorite. Well, the exhaust valve on 2 and 4 are stuck, as you could see. So I'm going to do the right thing and just stick various objects down the sparkulator hole and just spray as much goop of any sort of chemical I can find that says lubricant or rust killer or penetrant or don't drink. Looks like we're pulling a motor. Losing light here pretty quick, so I think what I'm going to do is there's plenty of room in the old service shop. I'm going to get this inside, get some better light on it, and introduce you to a friend, my secret weapon. We could tear into this thing a little bit better. So on the Vice Grip Garage YouTube channel, I got an old Model A that was sitting forever, got it running, and I drove it home 700 miles, and my good friend Paul Shinn here was a big part of that success. He is a Model A genius. So when I called him when I was looking at this one, he told me a couple words, and what were they?
I said, don't buy it.
Pretty much flat out, don't buy it. So not only did I buy it, but then I talked him into coming out to help me with this thing. So where we're at, Paul, is we've got ignition, spark, much thanks to your distributor that you rebuilt for me, but we've got 2 stuck valves in this thing. So where are we at?
It's definitely time to pull the head.
Play some whack-a-mole with some valves?
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna shove a bunch of rope down on the cylinders. So I've got number 1 and number 4 all the way down. Number 2 and 3 are at top dead center. And then we're gonna hit the starter and the head's gonna bounce right off. Or break. Whichever.
This is better than my option, which involved a really big torch and hammer. So, am I doing the cranking?
Yeah, I mean, you're standing there, so might as well. It's your car.
How long do I just tell it?
It'll just pop right up.
I'll be dipped. This is the oddest head removal I've ever seen in my life, but I'm enjoying it.
Oh, man. She's a little carboned up there, Derek.
Oh, it's kind of like Play-Doh, actually. Someone got a Ziploc bag. We're gonna need a lot more brake cleaner.
Oh, yeah. There's an open valve. There's an open valve. Right now, this should be down.
Okay, so.
Oh, it's moving.
That didn't take much force at all.
There it goes.
That was it? Wow. Should we just spin it again and see if they bounce?
Yep.
Boom.
Boom.
Paul, this might run.
Yep, it'll run like this.
Oh, looks even worse. Good. For tonight, I'm going to go ahead and soak this down. Make sure that those rings, well, give them the best chance possible. What a tremendous day wrenching. I think we're in a really good position tomorrow. Get everything reassembled and hear this car run for the first time in 397 million years. I don't know. It's a lot. See you bright and early tomorrow. Day 2 of our Model A build. Where do we start today?
I think it's time to start with this. Let's
Fuel.
get the soup out of the fuel tank.
Great. I'll find a vacuum.
Better be a strong one. Nothing sketchy about this at all.
Oh, that smell.
Yeah.
Real good.
Smell.
Oh. Wow.
Oh. That's horrendous.
It's like deck stain. Oh. Oh yeah, that's plugged completely solid. Oh, that smells even better on this end. It's like burnt cat toes. Okay, we need some liquids to pour in there. Most of it's just going into my retinas. So, just safety squint, just keep doing it, So Paul has successfully vacuumed. Now what we're gonna do is dump some fuel into the tank. He's gonna dance in the car, shake it up a little bit. We're gonna screen that, refill the jug, however long it takes until the stuff coming out of the tank might be flammable, and not plug the shutoff valve or the filter. One bedside pan. That's a cigarette. That's a hand-rolled cigarette.
Holy smokes!
Well, I'm higher than Willie Nelson skydiving right now. Wonder what Ellen Jackson's doing today. Probably something similar. Yeah, see, there's like a baffle. That's what all the chunks are from, is the baffles. I mean, it looks like the bow of the Titanic. I think we're fine. So it's finally time to move on to bolting parts back on this thing. I'm gonna start by cleaning up this head right here, get the head gasket out and ready, get this back on, then we'll move on to all the other stuff.
Oh, it's pudding. Okay. Great. Probably not supposed to be that dark.
So while Paul's tearing into the oil pan, I talked him into the dirty job, I'm gonna go ahead and take the wheel off, take the spindle off, inspect the brakes. Ooh, those have been Craigslist rebuilt. Oh, brand new shoe pads. That's great news.
We're halfway there now.
So this car actually has mechanical brakes, which is really nice. It actually runs on these rods. So when you hit the brake pedal, they all run on levers, essentially, all 4 tires. So we don't have any wheel cylinders or master cylinders or brake lines to replace. Finally. It's great news.
We'll see how much sludge is in the bottom of this.
Look at the wear on it.
That's fantastic. It's a Model A. It's not a Formula One car.
Massive reassembly time.
Let's do it. Can I borrow one of your fingers, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, thank you. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Awesome.
This is cleaner than my grandma's driving record over here. Yeah, so since we're so far into this engine, I'm just, finished rebuilding this here. This is a terrible color, but it's the closest we can get to the original old school blue Ford, which isn't on the shelf, at your typical parts store. So better than John Deere green. We're getting ready to do a compression test on this engine again. Well, we've cleaned everything up. We've got the valves unstuck. We cleaned the cylinders. We've dropped the pan, cleaned everything out there. We've got new gaskets all the way around. The goal is hopefully we're going to be hitting around 45 pounds of pressure. We'll see what happens here. Paul's going to jump the starter for me.
Ready?
Okay. Okay. We've got almost 45.
Right on. All right.
Okay, number 2. Oh, that's not good.
What did we get?
That was about 8 pounds. Go ahead. 25.
Okay.
And this one was
Ready?
dead. Yeah. Okay. And that one's about 22, 23. So we've got improvements on all of them except that pesky number 2.
I don't know, you think that exhaust valve stuck itself again?
I don't know. We rolled it over several times to head off.
Has to be that valve seat.
Blowing past the seat.
Yep, has to be.
Well, in this case, that's major machine work.
That's major machine work. But one of two things can happen. You can run it, it can get hot, it can clear itself out. Or it never clears out.
Yeah, hopefully some heat, blow the cobwebs out of it.
Right.
Full choke, go ahead. Wow, hot spilling fuel, it's flooded. Fuel off.
You say we pour some fuel in there, put the plug in, hook it up, see if it goes bang.
This engine might just be too done to go. Day 3 on the Motor City Model A. We're trying to get this stubborn old thing to run. And unfortunately, late last night, I think we finally came to grips that it's probably just too tired and it's not going to do it. Paul right now is perusing around Detroit trying to find another engine as a potential replacement. While he's doing that, I am going to just start tearing this thing apart. So by the time he gets back, we can hopefully start pulling this thing out. That ain't gonna work. Brad's out.
We're here about 45 minutes outside of Detroit. We found a Model A motor online for sale. It's used, but we're gonna check it out. Well, it's definitely used. Looks like it's been modified to be in a tractor of some kind. I mean, at the core of this is a Model A motor, that's for sure. I think do a compression test on this to see what we got. There we go. Yes. All right, compression check commencing. Yeah, that is a real compression rating now. 55 on that one. I've got 57 on that one. Look at that, 58. 62. Okay, this does have good compression. So this isn't a perfect engine, but it's a lot better than what we have right now. So I think we're gonna go ahead and buy this thing and take it back to the shop.
So this is what budget got us, huh?
This is budget.
So it came out of a tractor, very dirty, but
Taste it.
fresh oil,
Minty.
like brand new.
Yeah,
You said it's got good compression.
excellent compression.
All the other doodads we have. So we just got to put a clutch on it, change out this flywheel thing, put it back together, get it in the car. Nice find. Motor City, man. So this particular one, we are running out of time if we're gonna pull this off. We beautified the other one, it ain't gonna happen here. We're gonna throw it together, basically make the best engine we can out of the two, get it in the car as quickly as possible, because we still gotta fix the universe roof and brakes and clutch, stuff like that.
There it is. Stay there, don't move.
Go clockwise for stock performance, counterclockwise if you want to hop it up. We'll pretend that didn't happen.
Never happened.
Ooh, yeah.
Sweet.
Machined,
Done.
ready to go. So I'm actually using another transmission shaft as a clutch alignment tool instead of the actual tool. Redneck 101.
Here we go. Up, C, D, Z.
Faster but slower.
Got to come back. Tilt. There you go. Like that.
There. We have contact. Lightning hose is hooked up. Lightning can is hooked up. Lightning whirler is in. We got a fuel hose hooked into the oldest fuel make it happener on the property. Sucker's gonna run right now.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Bump a throttle, choke, okay. It's alive.
Yes.
Awesome. Good job.
Good job.
It's a titch loud.
Little what? Huh?
Okay, so
Someone
now,
answer that phone.
so now we've got to hurry up, get it loaded on a trailer. We've got a very special appointment at Detroit Exotic Auto Interiors. They're actually going to work all the way through the night to get a top and the interior put back in this thing. So you and I have a full day of wrenching tomorrow and can finish everything else up. The car was just dropped off this morning back from upholstery, and wow, has it transformed. The curvature and everything, seats look great. But now it's up to us to finish this thing here. I've got to do something with the paint. So I'm going to completely rebuild it. And by that, I mean, and maybe a little bit of polishing. But I think we're going to have to divide and conquer. Why don't I start sanding on the hood? What are you going to start with?
I'm gonna do the radiator, put the hoses on, and then we'll see if this thing holds water.
All right, let's hit it.
So this is a standard GM single wire alternator that has been converted to 6-volt positive ground, so it can be used in a Model A with a stock electrical system. It'll A, not overcharge the battery, B, give us decently bright headlights regardless of the engine speed, and C, it just looks cool. That should still go there. I mean, that's actually perfect, just like it is.
No leaks yet?
No, not yet.
Had to find some sandpaper. This is slightly advanced. Normally it'd start off with like 80 grit or something like that, but I'm gonna go straight to 1 grit. See, keep it level though. You don't want any low spots. Wow. We'll be at that SEMA show in no time. That looks like a small block Chevy bracket.
Yeah, that's what it is. I was looking for the longer one. I know the tension's pretty critical on these. You need a fine adjustment anyway.
Dang, that's perfect.
So this is Dennis. He's a member and instructor here at MC3, and he's been a huge help, not only with all your tools and everything else, but his knowledge has just been phenomenal. And he's got some cool cars here too, actually. You gonna show us your T real quick?
Yeah, we'll take a tour of the showroom and I'll show you the Model T Coupe.
Awesome, very cool.
Okay, we're here in the showroom of one of the first Ford dealership that was on Grand Boulevard. This is a 1912 Model T Coupe. It's got that fastback look to it. It has very nice interior. The motor's been all rebuilt. It's got a high compression head on it. They were very simple operating. So you had your throttle, which is your gas on your right hand. Your advance was on your left hand. You had a switch basically instead of a key to make contact. There's 3 pedals. Reverse is the middle pedal, and then this is a high and low. This actually has a strap for 3 adjustments on the windows, and then you've got your throttle adjustment here for your carburetor, lean mixture, and then choke. That's an acetylene generator. It runs acetylene gas, which runs through this hose, and you use it just like propane. You would open this up and actually light it. It came from the mining industry because it was a safe way of having something that was ignitable gas. It's been used in several parades. We use it for dignitaries around Detroit, but basically, you know, it's a representation of what was built in Highland Park. So we're just glad to see it here down in the city and down at the old dealership.
So what I've done to make sure we don't catch on fire when we're trying to drive along is I've added an inline fuse to the electrical system. The Model A did not come with a fused electrical system, but it's a really, really good idea to do this. It won't catch on fire now.
Oh, that's neat. Well, the hood's gonna be shiny. I don't think he cares. Got everything else prepped here. They got kind of a booth in here as an exhaust fan. Actually, I'm gonna be rattle canning this right next to a Corvette Stingray. That's real life. Great, no, that's a bad idea. Like Rihanna says, shine bright like a diamond, or something like that. Yeah.
Now it's really plugged.
Yeah. So let's just go to plan B. Lawnmower tank to the rescue. Strap it up here on the tire. If it works, is it really a dumb idea? You know what I mean? Give me fuel. I'll give you fire.
Gas is on. Oh. Oh.
This is way smaller than my 2-door.
Yes, yes it is.
Ignition on.
Should just
Choke.
go. You're in gear.
My clutch is in, which is not good.
Uh-oh.
Well, so far it appears the clutch does not work.
So we have a little work to do on that.
Paul was under the car already looking at the clutch when he was adjusting the brake rods and everything there, and it's super corroded. There is some adjustment left, but I mean, 6 decades sitting there rusting. So we're gonna see if we can break loose the linkages.
I can push the clutch pedal down and give you a little bit more room. Almost.
Oh.
Back.
Oh, I think I just had a hernia. Yes. Oh.
Shoot.
Victorious. Yes.
Dude, yes.
We're in business.
Let's do this.
All right, we're gonna get cleaned up, pack some tools, and we're gonna take you guys to an incredible destination. Your mind is gonna be bottled. Mine already is, and I'm not even there yet.
We're going to remember this forever.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Paul, it's been a week. Highs, lows, highs again, and more lows. Everything from putting together an engine, all the accessories just to find out it was bad, to finding a $500 unknown condition face space engine, putting it in again, clutch, floors, brakes, pretty much everything. But here we are, ready to put this car back on the road in over 6 decades. You ready?
I can't wait. I'm excited.
All right, let's go. You get in a lot easier than me. Can you imagine how many Fords drove out of that building?
Oh, man. No, we just did, too.
This is a blast. Cruise like this all day long. Yes. Second gear. Smooth, too, actually.
Little advance. That was a little rough.
The Corvette suspension isn't
Yes,
quite
that's
broken
right.
yet. Thermometer. Already getting honked at. I also can't see anything above the hood because of how tall I am. I have to drive like Lurch, like or Bowser in a go-kart.
Mungo drive car now.
Yeah. Good job on the brakes.
That's the most important part.
I can't believe the amp gauge works. It's charging. It's incredible.
The radiator overflow.
We gotta get some wind in this thing.
Yeah, it's getting hot. They're not made for this.
Oaktown Museum.
We're definitely in Detroit.
First paved road, first stoplight,
Yeah.
which is really a guy in a crow's nest and a whistle.
What a job.
Man, this is incredible. I love how fascinated people are with A's.
Oh, they love them. I say it all the time. Model A's make people happy.
They do.
They really do.
Fisher Building, that is incredible.
That's amazing, isn't it?
I bought a microwave. I built the world's largest marble structure. We're here, we might as well go down Woodward Avenue.
Let's do it. Oh, nice double clutch downshift.
Thank you. You know, I know that you're used to doing everything by the book with Model A's, rightfully so, but we had to cut a few corners to pull this one off, but I have to ask you, what's the alternative in that case?
Well, that's the thing, though. If we hadn't done what we did here, this thing would still be out there rotting, and it would just end up getting scrapped. At least it's on the road now. Okay, it's not perfect. It's not a fine point judging Model A, but it's on the road again.
Exactly. And in 4.5 days, it's roadworthy.
Resurrected.
And bumpy. Those watching have probably figured out by now we're going to a Ford plant.
Very historic place.
6 stories tall. Incredible. Here's what's left of some of the manufacturing here.
Amazing. Look at all the brickwork.
You know, the team started in 1908. Henry immediately commissioned this building, gambling, thinking it was going to take off, which it did. It took 2 years to build.
Wow.
And then in 1910, the Model Ts were moved over here. He either had a very good vision or he just like rolling the dice. This is a bucket list for me.
Same here.
There's the corporate offices.
Right there. Let's do this.
This is incredible. Wow. So here we are at the Highland Park Ford plant. We actually just pulled into the executive garage. Henry Ford himself parked here for many, many years. This is absolutely incredible. What a whirlwind week, and this is an awesome way to end it.
This is really, 4.5 days of complete thrash on this car. So we found this thing. It had been sitting for over 60 years, abandoned. We brought this thing to life. It's amazing. I can't believe the transformation.
A lot of work in 4.5 days, right?
Yeah, well, no sleep, and look what you can do.
Yeah. So not only did we get the wrench on this thing in the first Ford dealership in Detroit, but we brought it back to where legend has it this thing was prototyped and designed right here in these executive buildings.
Goosebumps, man.
Absolutely incredible. And what's amazing is, in 1913, this was the first automobile factory that had a moving assembly line.
That's right.
And they were able to build a complete Model T in just 93 minutes. Think about that. That's insane. Eventually, over 15 million Model Ts would be produced, and then came the A and so forth. It's just incredible how much history. And should we walk around for a little bit, check this place out?
Oh, gosh. I was hoping you would ask. Yes.
Well, that's going to do it. Car off the road for 6 decades. Back roadworthy, but stay tuned. There's a lot more cars to rescue. Let's check this place out. That's a good screen.
I summoned you, please come to me. Don't bury thoughts that you really want. I fill you up, drink from my cup. Within my life's what you really want. Come, lay me down, 'cause you know this, 'cause you know this. In the middle of the night, in the middle of the night, just call my name, I'm yours today. In the middle of the night, in the middle of the night, I'm wide awake, I crave your taste all night long, till morning comes, I'm getting what is mine, you gon' get your son, oh, in the middle of the night, in the middle of the night, oh. These burning flames, these crashing waves wash over me like a hurricane. I captivate, you're hypnotized, feel powerful, but it's me again. Come, let me down, 'cause I know this, 'cause I know this.